What's going on, YouTube? Everybody's jumping on the Kratky trend. Figured I'm gonna hop on that train too. So, got a couple coffee containers. They're not Folgers. Weird. Red team, blue team. Red team, blue team. Ooh, sounds like a weird inside fight. Anyway, I got my goofy blue containers here. I got a couple of them. I got a couple dual output aerators. I don't have any freaking hose for it, but I've got I've got ice maker line, and apparently it fits right in there, and it fits right here on the air stone. So we're gonna go ahead and use that stuff. We've got our hole saw bits, which I was using my 1 3/4 to drill some holes in the lid. I put 4 holes in there for 2-inch cups. They don't fit all the way down in, but you know, you can actually wedge them down in a little bit further and stuff like that. And no, this one actually did, but you take your razor knife and you actually you know, go ahead and smooth that sucker out, and you can actually make that a little bit bigger. Whereas the 2-inch hole right here would have, you know, the whole thing would have just fallen right through, and that wouldn't have been helpful. Center hole, we got 1/4-inch line. I did a 1/4-inch hole with a 1/4-inch drill bit, right dead center. One recommendation is to do that first, because if you have an old lid, I did this one last, and it did not actually drill a hole right through. It just kind of busted the whole container. I can still use it, but I need to re-drill that out, or maybe just carve it out with my razor knife or something like that. But, you know, just something to take into consideration. But I've already gone ahead and done all this. This sucker's already full of water, and I've already got a St. Thomas Pain pepper. Don't even ask me how old this thing is, but it's still growing. It's green and blah, 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 blah. But right there on the very bottom, there are some roots there, right there, coming out of the very bottom of it. So I figure I'm going to go ahead and put that in here, into this one. And I also have a Malabar spinach. Little tiny, tiny little guy. And that guy was just popping out of one of the other, what was it? One of the trays that were in the greenhouse, and I took it out of the greenhouse before it actually started freezing. So who knows how they're actually going to do, but I figure, what the heck? They're there, and they're going to be my first experiments, because I don't have anything else, because I'm way behind on planning stuff. So I figure I'm going to go ahead and hook my airline right up in here, which would be like this. I'm going to put this right into here, put my air stone in there, and then attach it to my aerator, and bang, I got a Kratky tape thing. Like everybody else, like JT, like Mr. Troll, everybody else, I'm not going to look up a bunch of stuff. I'm just jumping right into it, because that's the more fun way to do it. You just jump at it, and if you fail, then you know which way not to do it. And that's what I like to do. So that's the way I'm going to do it. And after I do all this and hook it up, I've got a light set up and everything. I'm going to go ahead and put these guys right under the light. And then I'm going to go ahead and start looking up about the Kratky method and everything and how you're supposed to do it. But not until after I'm done with this video. Well after. I'm gonna wait an extra 36 hours just to make sure that I'm extra ignorant. So anyway, but so I've got this all set up like this. I'm gonna have this hooked up to my air pump right up there. I only have one air stone, but I have dual output aerator, which means I could do 2, and I've got an extra one right here, so I could go ahead and hook that sucker up, add some water, and do another airline into there, which I'm planning on doing, but I only have 2 plants right now, so it's kind of dumb. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this one, see if it does anything whatsoever. I've got some Epsom salt over here. I've got some Maxi Crop. I figured those, that's what I have. So those are the first things. I'm going to go ahead and put a very low amount in here and see if they actually do anything. And like I said, I'm going to put them under some grow lights that I've got set up and everything, and we're going to see what happens. So yeah. So step one. Here we go. Let's see if we can actually make something grow. Anyway, yeah. Well, I also have... in case I knew these would be visible and all. But some of these, I actually had to go ahead and take out the centers for strawberries and stuff like that. And, you know, to put the root mass right down through. But you can all... Well... no, I don't have anything to say about them. But anyway... I thought I had a point there, but I didn't. So anyway, but yeah, so we're going to go ahead and throw this guy, pop some air into there, see how it goes, and actually we're going to do that right now and see what it does, and we're going to go ahead and look at some air here. Alright, now we're all hooked up, got some aeration going on in there, a little pepper going, a little tiny Malabar. Alright, well now I'm going to relocate it to where the grow lights are and see what kind of thing we can come up with on this. But there's number 1 on the little mini cracky tape scale. Here's number 2. All I need is a couple more plants, same with this one. And got a couple more right over there. So, alright. Already going. Let's see if we can actually make this St. Thomas Bane pepper actually grow. Alrighty, thanks for coming along with me and checking out what we got growing on this week. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun, happy media stuff down below. Leave a comment and all that stuff. I'll catch you next time. Later.